The Diary of a Certified Psychopath. Off the crank. A ride worth far fewer words of finite wisdom than Strava's aerobically incentivized mobility activists would be capable of conveying in the dubious name of machine-managed fitness. Even when afforded access to the same real-time telemetry as our redoubtable climate prophets, no computational trainer is yet sophisticated enough to detect the demoralizing effect that a resurgent easterly oppressor can have upon two lead-lined legs, a sunken heart, and terminally drag-deficient clothing. Beach Road East's resident pirate emoji clung to the tip of his tinkling mast in flappy defiance, but was still deprived of his headscarf during one exceptionally gusty onslaught. The aforementioned fashion accessory promptly blew into a nearby wheelie bin, inducing cacophonous cackles from several circling magpies. "That's no longer fit for purpose," laughed their ringleader, "let alone recycling." Other barely noteworthy highlights of this spontaneously deconstructed bash around Shoreham Beach's ever convivial back and broadwater communities included one disowned cot, stationed outside a detached bungalow around Harbour Way's East Curve, and delocked to an orphaned toy forklift truck. The Night Critters Gazette's lead curbside correspondent reports that both items have allegedly grown out of their owners, but remain in serviceable condition, and assumed they'd be donated to one of their town's numerous charity shops for responsible rehousing. An anonymous curtain twitcher divulged that the decommissioned products were impulse purchases from Amazon, and had taken an entire morning for two proud parents to assemble. "We'd rather not become scrapyard fodder," the miniature vehicle is alleged to have stated. "With Shoreham's booming feral population, it's a surprise we weren't snapped up immediately, though a fox's nursery might be a tight squeeze." And on the wholly unrelated topic, a little earlier that night, rolling to a casual standstill beside the River Ada's silty banks and just opposite Shoreham's old Troll Bridge, rarely have I regarded our lunar muse's darker side so lucidly defined against a jet-black backdrop, much less the gleaming sliver of celestial silver, mirroring a remote sun's radiant sentiments with such mesmerizing charm. From several light-years across the star-spangled sky, Orion the cosmic hunter gazed in dazzled desire at his heavenly prey, took aim with a twinkling left eye from behind his eternally luminous bow, then froze, as if equally overwhelmed by this spellbinding spectacle, and no doubt convinced that it formed a target far too slender for any stellar arrows. That ghastly garish sphere has been trying to outshine my gorgeous glowing nebula almost since the Big Bang. I could have sworn I heard him grumble. Not even my left foot, nor the third buckle on this shimmering belt doth beam with such exquisite peak brightness. "It doesn't look so radiant to me," commented a lone Donkey Republic sharebike parked opposite the waterside pub, one of my hometown's most popular libation stations, located on the other side of the river. "Even rearing up on my hind wheel, I can only see the plough," it continued, before inclining its burly frame to regard a nearby zebra crossing. "Perhaps it's the light pollution from that blasted beacon. Must be at least 10,000 nits, and an even more lurid orange than this dodgy paint job. Why couldn't they make us mint green like the Brighton ones? And hey, isn't this supposed to be a dark sky community?"